my name is Sheree, and this is Christian. And back in 2013, the tornado hit May 20th, and 2 days after the tornado hit, and we had damage to our home. Some people, a team of people came through the neighborhood where we live in Plaza Towers, and basically expressing that if we had a need, that they would be there. They came to know us that way and passed out cards and said to come up to the church, which wasn't a church at the time, it was just an empty building, that next Friday for supplies. And so that next Friday, my son, my then 18-year-old, and myself and another friend who was helping us came up here to the church, and the doors were open, and there were supplies that they shared with us to be able to get through the tornado and the disaster, and taking care of the roof and the tarps and the hammers and the things and the supplies that we needed. And that pretty much set the pace for the relationship that Pastor Darren and Denise and everyone ended up covering us with prayer, and ended up covering us with a friendship that we couldn't fathom not having at this point anymore. Throughout the years, the Holy Spirit kept continuing to draw me back to this house. And just recently, in the last couple of months, I've made this home my home, this church my home, because the connection that we've had and the relationships that we've built that started from the tornado and the disaster relief have since strengthened, and I have found a place to call home once again. Prior to the tornado, I had a home that I'd been in for 7 years, a church home, and those doors ended up shutting for a period of time, and so I had wandered basically and been going from church to church to church to try to find home again, to get rooted, because I'd been completely uprooted after the tornado hit. And throughout the couple of years, like I said, God just kept bringing me back here. And it was just a revelation that had come to my heart, that I was to be here and be planted, and that I would bloom where I be planted. And just recently I've been delivered and set free during prayer on Thursday night, where the fire of God hit me and just literally flowed through my entire body and set me free from nicotine. I haven't had a cigarette since March the 12th. And that's a big deal, because I've tried to quit myself many times and haven't been able to. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm just excited because I know that we're growing from the ground up. And I'm excited, and I'm very honored, and I'm very blessed to be a part of this ministry. And I just thank God that He's brought each and every one of you to me. And I'm blessed. I appreciate you and love you.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we put in the offering basket a seed towards God giving us a vehicle and with our health, and also to pay off our bills. And we finally finished paying off our biggest bill, which was a whole lot that we've been working on for years. And I know that God's taking care of several of our bills that we've paid off. We paid a total of 2 or 3 bills last year, and then we had a big one paid off this year, and we're still working on another one, and we know that God's going to take care of that. And our vehicle got taken, and God replaced it with a new vehicle.
Hi, my name's Michelle, and I've been going to the FCO youth group. I go to Centro de Oración, and it's the youth group has actually really helped me a lot in my heart, and it's changed my life a lot. It's real different. And one day I was at dinner, and I felt like God put something in my heart. There was this lady, just like a normal lady, when she was sitting there, and her just facial expressions when she was passing by didn't seem so happy, like maybe a normal person would be eating dinner. She was alone. She was wearing a medical bracelet, like an ER bracelet, and she was, she just looked sad. So after we all ate, my parents just started walking out, and I felt something really touching by God, and I feel like He said, go and talk to her. So I listened to God and just like started walking towards her, and I just said, God has everything in His hands. He has a purpose for everything. God bless you. What she did was hug me, and she started crying, and she said, thank you for looking into my heart. You're such a sweetheart. And then she said, I tried committing suicide, and I just got released from the hospital. So I hugged her again, and she said, thank you so much. And I said, God bless you. The EMT group has helped me a lot to be brave and to have the strength to walk up to a person just like that lady and talk to her about God.
My name is Natasha, and I came to Firehouse. I was invited by Heather. I met her at a networking event, and I had just went through a separation with my husband, and she had said she was going to a prayer meeting, and I said, well, can you pray for me? And she prayed for me right there on the spot, and she invited me to a women's conference, or well, I guess it was a women's conference that they were having that following weekend. And I kind of brushed it off. I didn't think I'd go. And that Saturday, I woke up early and was ready and eager to go. And I came on in, didn't know anybody except for her. And it was like I had known everybody for years. I was welcomed with open arms. I brought my family that following Sunday, and they were welcomed with open arms. It was almost like a family, and I hadn't felt that in quite some time. I had been going to a different church, and I just needed something to fill my spirit, and I wasn't getting that where I was going. So I was looking, and I was needing something, and I came here, and I found it. My kids love coming every Sunday. They love participating. They love their children's church. They love the youth group. They love being in the plays. They love being in the dances. They look forward to it. I don't have to drag them out of bed to come to church. They actually tell me it's time to get up. So it's been a blessing, especially during this hard part of our lives, going through this. It's been a place to fill my spirit and feel close to home, and gives me exactly what I need when I needed it. So that's why we're here. We're proud to call Firehouse our church home and our church family, and happy anniversary.
It was a couple of years ago. I was standing there in the garage doing some work, and Brother Darren and Hannah come walking by and introduced himself, and we talked for a moment and had a small prayer, and that was the day after the tornado. And since then, I have been coming to church here, and my wife, and it has just got us so close to the good Lord that it's impossible to believe.
There is no one like our God.